Hey everybody, it's Eric with Dempsey's Resolution Fitness at dempseysresolution.com. And today is October 20th, Tuesday, and I'm doing a quick recap of the radio show on 1420 AM at the Ranger Joe's God and Country Show. I host the Dempsey's Resolution Fitness Hour every Tuesday at 2 to 3 p.m. from that's Eastern Time. And I'm going to start doing video recaps and eventually going to start trying to record the actual sessions in the radio studio. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna have to catch you up by video on the radio broadcast because I have a lot of people asking me like, oh man, I missed it. They don't record it, so there's no, if you missed the radio broadcast, you miss all the information put out. So I'm just gonna start recapping real quick, and that's the whole gist of this new video series. All right, so this week we're covering we talked about the cooler weather. Now the weather is starting to roll in, right? And we got, man, it's cold in the morning, gets really hot, and then it gets cold in the evening. Keeping in mind, I'm in Alabama and, operating out of Georgia and Alabama. Down here, the introduction of fall gets really cool. All of a sudden, it's cold in the morning. Gets hot during the day and cold back again at night, and that's a big shock for people who are acclimatized to the southern heat. Okay, and I'm very acclimatized to the southern heat, so it affects me big time with my old army injuries, arthritis, and just boom, it just comes in and hits you like a baseball bat. So what do you got to do? You got to dress appropriately, which means being able to dress up, right? To warm up to the cold and then to cool it down when it gets warmer out. So you have to be able to flex both ways right now. So that means like throw a sweater, throw a jacket in your car, in your bag, have it with you, so that way you don't get caught short. And also, if it's cold out when you start somewhere on a trip, you can take it off if it gets warm. Like especially when you're going to the gym, right? I actually had a client come in the other day, and it was really cold out in the morning. Like all of a sudden, got really cool out. It's windy, cold wind. Really, really like dramatic, right? Change from the weather. It was shorts and t-shirts, sweating, and then all of a sudden, boom! It was cold. I came out with a sweater on, a sweatshirt and pants on, and he came rolling in, and he had this long sleeve thermal kind of shirt on to work out in. Well, after he finished his warm-up, all of a sudden the sun came out and it got really, really hot, like dramatically hot. And the humidity went up, and all he had was a long-sleeve thermal shirt on. He couldn't take it off. That was the only thing he had, so he worked out in it. And he was dripping sweat. He was miserable. He's like, oh, I should have wore a t-shirt. And I was like, you should have just had a t-shirt with a sweatshirt over it, right? So you could have taken the sweatshirt off, and then he would have been fine. So that's the point, right? Make sure you throw something in your car, in your bag, dress for the weather, and be able to dress up and dress down based on the temperature changes. You got to be able to, take it off when it gets hot and put it on when it gets cold until we start moving into more colder weather. Seems simple, but people do it every day, okay? You get busy, you rush out the door, it's cold out, you put something heavy on, you ran out. 2 hours later, you're dripping in sweat, and you're miserable, and it's just horrible. All right, so just throw the sweatshirt in a bag, or wear it out, and then so you can take it off. And make sure you start thinking about that stuff. Also, with the weather, staying hydrated. When it's colder out, people tend to drink less cold water. You need to be keeping the water levels up, and also remember, stretching and exercises, right? We'll go right into the warm-ups. When you're getting ready to do your exercises, especially if you're outside in the colder weather, it's going to have an impact on your performance. It's going to slow you down, right? It's going to be harder to breathe. The cooler the weather, it's going to take you longer to warm up. And so keep that in mind. Stay hydrated. Make sure you warm up thoroughly. Make sure you stretch afterwards, because that cold temperature is also going to cause you to tighten up, and you don't want to pull any muscles. So warm up really good. Spend the extra time, make it 5, 10, 15 minutes. Get a good warm-up in. Dynamic warm-ups, mimicking the events that you're going to do during your workout, with static stretching at the end, right? Remember, static stretching at the end, not the beginning. Just try to keep that in mind. Moving stretches, movement in the beginning to warm up, static stretches, and yoga type stuff in the end. Hold it, go through poses, in 20 to 30 seconds per body part, but make sure you spend the time on that flexibility training and warm ups in the cold weather. All right, moving right along. Wellness. I just completed the Spencer Institute Certified Wellness Coach course. Got another certification on the stack, and I'm going to be offering wellness training because, I offer fitness nutrition. I'm a fitness nutrition specialist. I'm a food psychology coach. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a MMA conditioning coach. It goes on and on and on. But I'm also a food psychology coach, a weight loss specialist, and I needed something to bring it under one roof, bring it all together in one component. And that component is wellness, right? So I became a wellness coach. So I have specialist certifications in each aspect of wellness. And now we're going to start talking about whole person wellness, right? And that's super important. We're talking mind, body, and spirit wellness all combined to make you the whole person, right? So just like the Army went to, a concept of the total soldier concept, now we're talking about the total person or the total athlete concept. And we're looking at mind, body, and spirit plus, everything else that's in between. So that's going to cover fitness, nutrition. It's going to cover behavior, lifestyle, emotional wellness, environmental wellness. It goes on and on and on. Work site wellness, corporate wellness. Every aspect of your life where you go, there's a wellness component that could be better or worse. And, you got to be able to evaluate it and bring it all together. Okay, so wellness is available if you're interested in that. That'll be available online or in person. Okay, you can contact me and find out more about that. And, right now I'm working on the specialist in older adult seniors fitness, right? Fitness for older adults. And, one of the coolest things that I saw in there was that one of the university professors from one of the major colleges pointed out and said basically after their studies on seniors fitness, resistance training is the best single most exercise for seniors because of all its benefits, okay? Because we're talking about building muscle, burning fat, increasing bone density, impacting, connective tissue, ligaments, tendons, all your joints, strengthening your stabilizers, strengthening your core, protecting your low back, protecting your ankles and knees and your shoulders and your elbows and wrists, protecting your neck. That's all done by muscle and all the connective tissue and the fascia and everything associated with lean body mass. So having more lean body mass comes from lifting weights, all right? Or to be politically correct, weight-bearing exercise, okay? Weight-bearing exercise. That's the important term that everybody uses, weight-bearing exercise. So that means go out and take a walk and then come back and get one of your resistance bands, get a couple cans of carrots, whatever you got, dumbbells, kettlebells, pick up a giant rock or sandbag and knock it out. Knock out a circuit, quick circuit, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or even, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever you got. All right? Resistance training is the key because of all its super, super health benefits. It's where all the goals that you want to achieve, and everybody has three main goals, believe it or not. Okay, everybody wants to burn fat, build muscle, and feel better. Okay? In whatever capacity you want to break those three down, you can skin the cat, slice the egg up however you want. But it comes down to those three things because, I want to look better. Okay, those three things. I need to increase my performance for sports. Those three things, right? So somehow it all pans out of those three things. You want to look better. If you look better aesthetically, that means you're leaner and you have more muscle. So you're going to perform better automatically, right? So it all ties in. So burn fat, build muscle, feel better, right? Okay. And that's resistance exercise for older adults. Get you a resistance band. You can check out my site at B-Force Bands. Go to my links page, dempseysresolution.com/links.html, and you can see the B-Force bands, and you can get yourself some bands there. And the last thing I want to cover is eBay sale. Okay, my eBay page is Eric D61. Okay, you go to ebay.com/USR/Eric, ERIC D61. And right now I'm having a sale. I just put my survival knife on there, a big, good size knife with a paracord handle, paracord on the sheath. And I cut the price down from $25 to $19.75, and that's only going to last, probably the next couple days, and then it's going back up to $25. So grab it if you want it. Got a bunch of cool survival kits, got some exercise stuff, shaker bottles, different things going on there every day. So check out that eBay site and see if there's anything you like on there. Check out that links page, dempseysresolution.com/links.html. And if you're in the local area, listen to 1420 AM every Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m. That's Eastern Time for the Dempsey's Resolution Fitness Hour on the Ranger Joe's God and Country Show. All right, so that's a quick recap. Hopefully I'll be able to actually start recording the actual radio sessions in the radio studio, and that'll be exciting to put that up here. But until now, I'll have to give you just quick video updates. All right, hope this helped. Hope you got something out of it. Like, subscribe, check out all my sites, and God bless you, and I'll talk to you next week. All right, take care.